Hi, and welcome to a slow flow yoga for when you've just had a day and it feels really hard to make yourself move in a way that you know is good for you. The easier thing feels like your usual habits, maybe sitting on the couch, maybe moving through a scroll on your phone, maybe it's going out for a vape. I'm not here to judge what those habits are at the end of a hard day or a long day, but I want to give you something a little different. Going really rogue here, I don't even have a yoga mat out because you don't need one. All you're going to do is, in whatever you are wearing, or if you want to get cozy, coming down to a child's pose, whatever surface is comfy enough to do it, knees wide, big toes coming together, stretching your arms forward and letting that forehead come down to rest. And this is the moment that really changes everything. You just start to breathe with intention, more slowly, more completely, knowing that the things that have happened before this moment in the day, they are done. Anything that you keep coming back to, oh, I've dropped that ball, I haven't done that thing, I acted in this way, I'm not happy about that. Now is the time to just let that stuff go. All that matters is this moment right now. Be here for your breath. Appreciate the beauty of the breath as it comes in through the nose and you can let it out through the nose or through the mouth. Sometimes just come in here, you'll already start to feel like there's some stiffness, some tightness in the hips or in the back. So let's start to figure that out. Lift yourself back up and onto your hands, bringing the wrists under the shoulders. Take an inhale here, and then as we exhale, push the hands diagonally to the right, sweep the hips to the left and then to the right, circling them back up to that start point. So the diagonal push, hands to the right, hips to the left, circle them around. Maybe closing your eyes. For me, it's definitely closing my eyes. Tuning into these sensations and finding a flow of movement that feels really good. After going in one direction, we just reverse, swishing around, noticing already having interrupted whatever you might have usually done to settle to unwind at the end of the day. How good this different process can feel. After that last circle around through the hips, let's bring the knees hip distance, the feet hip distance. Inhale, dropping the belly down and lifting the gaze up, long neck. And then exhale, tucking the tailbone under, arching like a cat. Inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the chest. Exhale, tucking under and arching. And then you can go again with the flow here, whatever you would like to do to wriggle your spine around, roll it around, create spaciousness, feel into stretch around the back of your skin. Any of these moments in the day that you have started to store down that line of your spine as tension, as friction, we want to try and work it out. And then let's lift ourselves gently up and onto our knees. Inhaling as we reach the arms up. And just extending for a moment here, the chest a little higher to the ceiling. Seeing if we can embody this victorious feeling of the arms up above the head, spreading them a little wider and putting a little smile on the face. Like, here I am, I did it, I survived. Not just survived, I thrived through what I had to do in my day today. Whatever that is, something will have come into your mind just then, maybe several things. Give yourself that, yeah. Keep the breath flowing, and then using your next exhale, we'll bring the hands around and into this low part of our back, thumbs bringing themselves into the midline, shoulders and elbows drawing back, and then we apply a little bit of pressure, like you're going in for a deep tissue massage into that low part of your back. With that pressure, we feel support. Squeeze the glutes on, push the hips forward, and then lean back so far as you feel comfortable. It might just be tiny, and that's fine. We're just opening up that heart space a little bit more. I usually start to shake and the breath gets a little raggy here. It's okay to let those breaths out through the mouth however you need to. If it becomes unbearable, you just bring yourself out of here and come into any other shape. Otherwise, I'll move with you now, sending your hips back and becoming more concave. Let those shoulders roll into the front of your body. Let your chin drop down. Bring your hands down onto the ground with the palms facing the ceiling, quite close to the knees, and just circle around a little here into the back of the hands. Once and then twice, giving our wrists just a little bit of love. On the way through to our first low lunge position. So we'll send the knees a little further back. Well, I need to send the knees back so I can stay in frame. You keep your knees where you like. And then we'll bring the right foot forward. Take your time, settle into this. Check that your knee is comfy enough on the surface that you're on. Maybe giving your leg a little bit of love with your hands when you first come here. Checking that the hips feel steady. And then it's just a deep inhale right up into the rib cage. And then exhale and drive forward. Inhale again as we level it back up. And then exhale. Drive it forward. If you'd like to get in a rhythm, a flow of breathing in and out through the nose, then you are more than welcome to. But sometimes you just get this urge to go, oh, yeah, I've got to let that breath out through the mouth. After that last one, we'll pause in more of an upright positioned lunge. Drive that left hand down towards the ground and then inhale, twist open to the right hand side. Just pause here for a moment, hang out, see how it feels. Gently take that right hand back down to the ground. Send the right knee back to meet the left, bringing that left foot forward, wriggling it up there, and bringing yourself into this low lunge position. A little bit of love into that front leg, seeing how things are feeling now, getting into your groove. Inhale, breath. And exhale, drive it forward, lengthening your back leg. Inhale, back to upright. Exhale, cruise forward. inhale back to upright. Exhale, drive it forward, softening through your hip flexors, and then leveling those legs back out, pushing the right hand down into the ground. Inhale, and we take this nice twist over to the left hand side. So we're drawing the arm up towards the ceiling, thinking this balance here between strength, softness, whatever stress or tension there has been, and then the joy that comes with inhabiting your body, your inner world, the lens through which we are experiencing this entire life. Letting that left hand come down. We'll take our left knee back. Getting again the wrists just underneath those shoulders, any wriggles or wiggles we want to do before tucking the toes under, lifting the knees up, and then just gently pushing your belly back in towards the front of your thighs for a bent knee downward dog. We'll stay here a couple of breaths. Really melt the chest to the legs. Really lift the bottom to the sky as best as you can. Really let the back of the neck go. And then we transfer back down. Shin bones hover and then plant really gently. Again, lifting the shin bones, pressing back into that bent knee downward dog. Taking a few deep breaths here, and then we'll start to walk the feet forward, coming into a little squat position. Now, this position is not as natural, as comfortable for all of us as it might look for me. And we want to find a way that we can tolerate it, that we can work into it. It might be that you lift up those heels so that you can drop the hips a little deeper. It might be that you push an elbow into one inner thigh, twist a little, elbow into the other thigh, twist a little. It might be that you go, oh, wow, and just experience that tightness and that challenge in finding this shape. When we come here, we're kind of traveling back to a time when this felt natural, and there was a time when it felt like a natural shape to be in. A couple more deep breaths here. And then let's release, bring the hips all the way down to the ground. Send the legs forward, out front, pushing down into your sit bones, and then letting the knees just lift up as much as they would like to away from the ground. We'll take an inhale as we reach our arms up. And then exhale as we fold forward over our legs. Don't try and make this anything fancy. Don't worry about getting as deep into it, pushing as far forward into it as you can. Just let it be like a notice what's happening down through the back of your body, particularly in this area of the low back. And then let's be really kind to that low back. We can bend up our knees even more. Maybe get a wee grip around the feet. Feel snug, supported. Maybe bringing your head down a little lower, like you're dropping into a wee cocoon of safety, of calm. And we'll come from here into a really nice side body stretch. I'm just going to turn to face you. Bringing your left leg out long and pushing the right sole of the foot into the inner thigh of that left leg. If you want to cushion yourself with anything, go right ahead. And then all we'll do is press the right hand just gently down onto the top of that bent right leg and drop into the side. Lean in a little bit. After we've stayed here for a moment or two, we might drop in a little bit more deeply. So it could look like elbow down towards the ground on the inside of the thigh. It might look like elbow down on top of a cushion. Before we take an inhale and stretch that right arm up and overhead, deeply over to the side. See how this feels. And it's all about sensation here, not the shape. Don't be looking at me and thinking, oh gosh, it doesn't look the same. Inhabit the sensation in your body. Can you feel a stretch coming down this side? Can you feel a challenge perhaps through this left hip and staying steady? It doesn't need to be still. You can sway, you can reach, you can wiggle. And then we'll take all the time that we need to come back to upright and switch on over to the other side. So that right leg comes out long, that left heel draws in. Gentle tick over to the side, just leaning. Little pressure through that left hand to the inside of that bent leg. And see if we can drop in that little bit more deeply to the ground, to a prop, whatever works for you. You'll see I went down before and then needed to come back up, and that's fine too. Big stretch over to those right toes, seeing how that side of your body feels. Coming back to upright when you're ready. We'll come all the way down now to laying on your back. Reposition. Take all the time that you need. Get the back of the head comfy. Get the shoulders relaxed. Feet are sitting in at hip distance. And we're just going to lift our hips really gently away from the ground. Just hold here. Feel the strength, the stability of our back body. So pressure into the back of the shoulders. Gentle lift through the pelvis. Those glutes squeezing on. Closing the eyes again maybe and just thinking a little mantra here. I am strong. How strong are you to have chosen some movement, some time like this over any other alternative? How strong are you to do all that you do, to carry all that you do? How much do you deserve this wind down time? We come down really slowly, melting the spine from high back to low back. Hugging the knees into the chest, giving yourself a little rock and roll around here. And then keeping the big toes touching, taking your hands to your knees and just letting the knees relax out. Just like we did to kick everything off in a child's pose. And you could stay right with this here, or we bring our hands to the insides of our legs. See if you can get a grip around the front of your shins or your ankles, and then start to pull the front of the shins or ankles towards you, but also out from the midline. So we land in this happy baby pose. You're thinking about those quadriceps, the heavy front of your thighs, just relaxing down. You might be able to connect to the pinky toe edges of your feet. It's okay if that is not an option for you. You're just going to stay where it feels good. Let whatever needs to come up, come up. Sometimes there will be a cough, a tickle in the throat, a extra something that you gotta let go of, maybe a few more of those sighing exhales. And that's it. Nothing dramatic, nothing big and physically, really demanding, but just enough to shift your energy, shift your mindset. Let's take our legs out long. Place the arms wherever feels good. And if you're like, actually, man, just laying on my back now feels amazing and relaxed, I want to stick with this. Shut me off. Shut off the YouTube. Stay here. Put a blankie on top of yourself. See if you can stay content and focused on your breath. How beautiful you are. Or if you want to bring yourself into something next. You needed this little reset. It had been a big day, it had been a hard day, and now you've got a next thing you want to bring yourself to. Let's start to get ourselves ready for that. So you could squeeze, tense and release, hands and fingers, wriggle a little. Whatever that next thing is, bring that picture of you doing it now into your mind. And then we can start to rock and roll ourselves. Hug the knees, rock it back, rock it forward, rocketing into that future you that is on to their next best thing. And again, I'm not here to judge what that is. It might be a bubble bath with a beautiful glass of wine. It might be like, man, I got to vacuum up my living room. It might be to go and connect with somebody in your family or a friend you love. It might be to eat some of that leftover pizza in the fridge. Look, whatever it is, you're going to go and get that next thing and enjoy it. Thank you so much for joining me. Do subscribe if you want to catch some more movement videos, and leave a comment if there's anything you'd like to share with me about what this felt like for you. Much love. Bye.